voice of Long Beach, the one and only, Halftime, Howie! On the beach with Halftime Howie, and we have a very entertaining show. We have Richard Kaplan's going to touch on aviation. Mayo Minch is going to do a double of usual. He's going to talk about his favorite cruise ship story, and he'll also do a local Long Beach business scene. Rocco Pasaflume is going to do a movie review, and then we're going to have a little panel discussion on the big controversy that has engulfed the United States, the Jussie Smollett controversy that took place in Chicago, so that should be interesting. And I want to do a little preview of next week's show. For many of us, the magical time in your life is your high school years. For me, no different. And I look back on my high school years with a lot of fondness and a lot of great memories. I made a lot of great friends, special time in my life. I remember my senior year, 1975. The Red Sox were not predicted to do well, but they had two great rookies on the team that year. They call them the Gold Dust Twins, Fred Lynn and Jim Rice. And they led the Red Sox to the World Series, where they played arguably the most exciting, called the greatest game in World Series history, and where they won Game 6 with Carlton Fisk, the dramatic home run, but they lost Game 7. But that was a great memory. But for me personally, one of my great memories of my high school years was wrestling on the Newton South wrestling team. My senior year, I really stepped it up a notch, wrestling at 140 pounds, a little more than I am right now, a lot less than I am right now. I made it to one match. I almost made it to the state finals. I was one match away, made it to the state semifinals. Unfortunately, I lost. One of my biggest regrets. But the thing I remember most is I truly loved my coach. Coach Kajoyan was great, inspirational coach, great motivator. He was tough, he was hard-nosed, but he also had a soft side to him. And I had been briefed about Coach Kajoyan for many years by my cousin John Fries, who had wrestled several years before I did for Coach Kajoyan. So I heard a lot of stories, and like myself, my cousin John was an all-state wrestler. He actually came in third in the state, I was sixth in the state. So I had been briefed, I had heard a lot of stories, and I really had a special relationship with Coach Kajoyan. I remember he put a picture of me in his locker. He said, life must be good if I can look at Howie every day. So, and I got to know him very well, and I knew through the years I've maintained contact with his two sons, Artie and Armin Kajoyan, and Coach Kajoyan truly was an inspirational person. When people reach their late 80s, they're getting ready for retirement. Not Coach Kajoyan. He moved down to Virginia to be near his youngest son, Artie, and he coached high school football well into his upper 80s. And I saw some videos, and he was tough, hard-nosed, and he was amazing. And we lost Coach Kajoyan last year, and next week on the show, his son Armin is going to join us, and we're going to do a tribute to my old coach, Coach Kajoyan, who, I can't believe it's 1975, over 40 years, but those memories are still fresh in my mind, and we're going to relive some of the memories, and Armin's going to bring many pictures of my days back in high school and some other great memories. And I'm really looking forward to that next week, because your high school years are really the most special years of your life. It's a really special time because you're going to school with people you grew up with and representing your community, and the memories are great. But to do a tribute, Coach Kajoyan with his son is going to be extra special. So I'm really looking forward to that next week. To have Armin here, who moved to New York and lives in Queens and now is in real estate. Great guy. He's going to join us next week as we pay tribute to my great high school wrestling coach, Coach Kajoyan. And that's going to be very special. I'm sure a lot of people who wrestled for him are going to be watching the video, including my buddy from Newton South. I wrestled at 140. Peter Nathanson wrestled at 134. Peter is now an excellent musician living in France. So I'm sure Peter will be tuning in from France, checking out this video, as will a lot of my old friends. And I'm sure a lot of Coach Kajoyan's, a lot of my cousin John Fries, and a lot of old-time athletes who played for Coach Kajoyan, probably all the way from New York and Virginia, are going to be checking this out. So it's going to be a really, really special show next week as we pay tribute to my great high school wrestling coach, Coach Kajoyan. It's going to be great. But enjoy our show today. Enjoy our conversation on the Jussie Smollett controversy. I am Halftime Howie. This is Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie.